Welcome back to Silver Support Expert. I hope you all heard of the new marksman support. If not, you can click the link in the top right corner shown right now. We've all seen Thresh's memes, but now it's gone. Or is it? What if Thresh steals Lucian from his wife? After countless games, I finally managed to get a Thresh vs Lucian matchup. We got the matchup, we got the meme, I just need to destroy Lucian, but unfortunately, this happened. We've all been in that situation where ADC isn't playing well, and you, or ADC, is too busy typing. Then your team starts flaming bot lane together for feeding. So, I had to change my plans. I scrapped my concept entirely, and instead, this video is going to focus on what to do if your ADC isn't playing well. As usual, let's go through the picks. Actually, no, cut that short. I kept choosing Thresh in hopes the enemy team chooses Lucian. In this case, it was Lucian first pick. But we can still take a look at our role in this team comp. In a team fight, we have Darius and Echo going in, leaving your carries Anivia and Vayne to be exposed. So your role is to peel for them. Now let's look at the champion matchup. Darius can destroy Gnar early game, but Gnar can also use his range to kite. So it's roughly the same. Jungle is in favor of Nidalee, champion wise. But in Silver Elo, I rate Echo much higher because if there's anyone who can play Nidalee well in Silver, they're smurfing. Mid lane I think is roughly even. They both have very strong points. Anivia is good at defending turrets with extreme wave clear. Whereas Qiyana is good at playmaking, especially given that Anivia provides the terrain for her ultimate. Bot lane. This is a bit ironic, because this matchup is exactly the same as my last video. Lucian and Nautilus have better early game, but extreme late game, we all know what Vayne is capable of. As I explained in my last video, Lucian and Nautilus have better fights at both level 1 and 2. And with Vayne's slow wave clear, we have to be careful of the enemy team's level 2 advantage. I help clear the minions from safe position, so at least we can get level 2 at about the same time as they do. And Vayne starts typing. For me, this is the first warning signal. As support, you need to feed the carries that's capable of carrying. If your ADC is struggling to get CS in laning phase, I'm slightly worried. But that's fine, he may just be in poor form like I am in this game.
What was that?
Let's just take a look at that play again. In my last video, I walked up before level 2 and engaged as we level up. I start walking up before the third melee minion dies. A lot of silver players don't know of this level 2 advantage. So sometimes they even walk up to attack minions. Luckily, Nautilus didn't do that. This is a bit awkward situation. I normally suggest just attacking these minions for the level 2 so that you're prepared for the imminent engage. But I've seen so many ADC flame for taking CS. When Vayne already told me not to attack minions so that he can farm, I just take the chance of enemy team engaging at level 2 and leave it. I get back to safety from Nautilus. But Vayne steps forward. So sometimes they even walk up to attack minions. Luckily, Nautilus engaged and missed. And Lucian dashes in when Nautilus is stepping back. So I use my E to clear the minion for the level up and knock up Lucian for the counter. But I missed Lucian. Now I see Lucian going for ward and Nautilus is on the other side. So I use my Q and land the hook. In this situation, I normally wouldn't recommend going in because Nautilus can peel for Lucian and even counterattack because they're stronger. But I've seen Nautilus Q miss, so I go in, resulting in double kill for Vayne. I'm sure there would have been some of you who thought that Vayne is at fault for doing so poorly for such a good start. But no. Yes, he actually asked me to stop auto-attacking and all, but I make some critical errors here. First, I recall without pushing the wave, worried of Nidalee being nearby. But now, we can see that she's topside. This wave ended up being frozen by Lucian like in my last video. Second, I thought the wave was under the turret and decided to roam, as mid is getting ganked by enemy jungler. but it's actually in the uncomfortable zone, making Vayne unable to farm CS. But she does well here, and stays way back out of trouble. Seeing mid is safe, I immediately head back down, but I see Nidalee heading down from my ward. This is the third mistake. I flash out after activating Aftershock. They had no dangerous skills left, and with Aftershock, I could have tanked the damage. With my flash down, enemy jungle boss side, the minions are stuck in the uncomfortable zone again. And Vayne dies on the large minion wave. So, just because I didn't push that wave on my first recall, I lost flash, Vayne and Echo lost their lives, and Vayne missed out on approximately 30 CS just for Lucian's life. 15 CS is roughly a kill. So Lucian got 4 kills and a flash for his life, not to mention the extra CS that he got during that time, and this is the result. As they have early advantage and more kills, this laning phase is over, and all snowballed from my bad recall. So what do you do if you lose a laning phase? The short answer is to roam. Throw the ADC out into wild bottom lane alone and feed your other laners. Then, you bring those reinforcements down to help ADC get back into the game. ADC have to try their best not to die and split push, especially in Vayne's case, because his skills can't change the teamfight. He needs the money and experience to deal damage. Then when and how do you roam? Now, just because I told you to leave the ADC alone does not mean you leave them alone for the entire game. Well, there's situations where you need to, but that will be covered in another video. They need to be ensured safety and CS. After all, you're earning time for them to get back into the game. If they die, they're going to need more time. So, ensure ADC safety and roam at every opportunity. As support, mid lane is the easiest to roam. Then you need to look at how your mid lane is going. Can you win the 2v1? If not, check the top side. If yes, you roam. This is the first roaming opportunity. Vayne is farming CS under the turret away from danger. So I roam mid as Anivia is getting back to lane after failing the gank on Nautilus earlier. As Qiyana is flashless, I moved the control ward that was boss side to remove her ward to put more pressure on her. But unsatisfied with just a flash after losing so much on the boss side, I stay around for a bit longer, eventually killing Nidalee. If we didn't get Nidalee, then this game would have gotten even harder. Now Qiyana without jungler and knowing Echo's presence nearby, without any wards and flash, she is forbidden from going aggressive onto Anivia, providing foundation for Anivia to get a lead. And once Anivia have the lead, she signals for gank and teleports in. Unfortunately, I mistimed leveling up my ult, so I use my flash to ensure Anivia's gank is taken full advantage of, but Vayne decides to step forward. This is the second warning. This is a bit weird one, but I roam because ADC is in the safe house. Anivia is low on health after TPing in, whereas I'm healthy. So I provide safe passage to her lane. Anivia helped us out, so I need to return the favor. And it seems Qiyana had minimap turned off, allowing us free kill. Eventually, we won the game without ADC getting back into the game.